Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be picking up pretty much where I left off in the last video, which is in Booty Bay. Goblin sponsorship. Shipments to Ratchet? Let me check the logbooks. No, the most recent shipment I have on record of going out to Ratchet were boots from Drizlick. Hasn't been much else, other than building supplies and tools. Definitely no race parts. I'm afraid I can't be much more help to you, Lunacy. If you'd like to follow up on it more, I'd suggest you go hit up the Baron himself. If there's anyone who knows Revogaz's business, it's Revogaz. You'll find him at the tavern across the harbor, top floor. I do believe it is in here, and then climb my way to the top. Was. Am I getting a little bit of lag? Yes, I am. Oh, sure. Of course I know what you're talking about. Nope, can't help you though. Some of my men were supposed to track down the blueprints for the fuel regulator, but they came back empty-handed. See, the venture company Shredders out in Lake Lasveridi in northern Stranglethorn have been equipped with a new model fuel regulator. I was thinking that Pozic would be able to take advantage of it if he could get some details. Unfortunately, Kazel, the foreman out there, appears to be a little more clever than I gave him credit for. You seem like you might have more luck finding the blueprints, though. I know he keeps them in his house, but they're almost certainly under lock and key. Oh yeah, it's quite a bit north. So we're up for a little bit of an adventure. Which is precisely what questing is about. I feel like I want to turn the rain sounds up a little bit. At first I liked them a little quiet today, but I'm kind of wanting to turn them up now. I think that's a little better. So I am going up to kind of by, I think it's exactly where I had to go to farm reputation for my insanity title. Maybe take the flight paths back to the south once I get the blueprints, assuming that that's where I'll be going back to turn in the quest. Just when I thought I was done with Stranglethorn Vale, I keep finding random quests that send me back here. I think it's one of the big machine things I need to kill. Oh wait, no, it's in that guy's house. That's right. But I need the key, so I think... Oh, I know where. I know where. It's a good thing I'm very familiar with this area. Now they should be able to pop that open now. I thought maybe it would be something I could read, but it's not. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the flight paths down there. And just when I thought there weren't any quests for Thousand Needles, which I mean, I'm not in Thousand Needles right now, but I'm doing quests for Thousand Needles. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep with the plan of, after I'm done with Thousand Needles, to go to Teneris. And after Tenaris, I may go to, I'm drawing a blank. Not Duskwood. Dustwallow Marsh? No, hang on. Let me just get on my fight path. After Tenaris. Yeah, Dustwallow Marsh. I think that's where I'm gonna go next. After Tenaris. I don't imagine there's too much more, since this is really the only area that there are quests for the Alliance in Thousand Needles. But on Coral Crater too. Well, I don't remember Dustwallow Marsh being very long. I know Theramore is there, but I don't remember how many quests it really has initially. So much faster to take the flight path. Then oh, oh, oh! I managed to stay up here. Nice. Much as I hate to admit it, that gnome team they have out there is pretty good. Our boys need every edge they can get. Now, let me just get a copy of these blueprints for my own notes, and you can bring these straight to Pozic. Wouldn't want him to think that one of his sponsors was abandoning him. You should be all set to go. Give Pozic my regards, and tell him that if he ever needs anything, not to hesitate to ask. I'll be waiting for the news that he breaks the track record soon. And I'm just gonna take the boat to the Barrens. And then I'm gonna take the flight path. To Tenaris, I guess. Hopefully there's a connecting flight. Now we just gotta wait for the boat. I need to vendor pretty soon. I like that axe was 28 gold. It definitely helps because I'm trying to save up enough money for the Dalaran Mammoth. Because I frequently need a vendor when I'm out exploring. I also need more bag space, but that's a work in progress. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Tenaris and just run north a little bit versus running all that way south. I wonder if this guy in front of me is going to the same spot. There is Theramore. I see a couple quests. We'll see. Just checking out my gear score. Getting a little better, but it definitely still needs some work. I think I only have a few epics. Oh, I had a few more than I thought. Still a lot of blues, though. This is turning out to be kind of a longer flight than I expected. It's so tempting to pick up all the quests in Gajitsan, but I don't want to fill up my quest log too much. Looks like we were going to the same spot. I don't imagine they'll have too many more quests for me in Thousand Needles. But I've been wrong before. Alright, so let's see what he has to say first. Did you make it to Ratchet and get those parts? Great, you got them. Now we need to get them to the gnomes. But first, let's take out one small item. Cravel Colbeard places the crate of parts on the ground. He grabs a part and puts it in his pocket. There, that should do it. That sounds a bit shady. Delivery to the gnomes. Now that I have what I need, give these parts to Fizzle Brassbolts. He's been waiting a long time for them. I'm sure he won't miss the little piece I removed from his order, and I wouldn't bother mentioning it to him. It was small and worthless. Trust me. I don't trust him. You have something for me? That's great. Let's see it. There they are. My hydro ratchets and repeater bolts. These will do just fine. Thank you. Encrusted tail fins. Do you have the tail fins? If I can't protect our car from its own speed, then it won't last long in these races. Thank you, Lunacy. After I grind these down and fuse them with a few other ingredients, the composite will be ready, and after that, the car will be safe from its own speed. Safe, as long as it doesn't hit anything. Godzilla, or Gazrilla. Do you have the scale? I can't wait to try different ways to harness its energy. Wow, you got the scale? Thanks, Lunacy. I can't wait to get to work on this thing. So, you saw Gazrilla? Was he as big as they say? The rumor monger. Now that we've done a service for the gnomes, it's time to do the goblins a favor. I hear that the goblin racer pilot, Naz Steamboil, didn't always use that name. I wonder why he changed it. I wonder if it's a secret, and I wonder if he values that secret. If anyone knows the truth, then it's Krazek of Booty Bay on the southern tip of Stranglethorn. Speak with Krazek and ask him about our goblin pilot. If you can get useful information from him, then we might be able to turn a profit from it. He's gonna send me all the way back to where I just was. That is really rude. Lunacy, did you manage to track down the fuel regulator? I was hoping that it would be already assembled, but this does present the unique opportunity to improve on the design from the ground up. Thanks, Lunacy. I'll be able to sketch up some improved schematics, build the thing, and have it installed real soon. The 18th pilot. I'm going to be busy with working on integrating this new fuel regulator to our racer designs. But if you'd like to help out the team some more, talk to Resurrect. He's our pilot. Well, our 18th pilot to be exact. And he likes to add his own little modifications to the racers. He's a little off his rocker though, so try not to act too surprised. You're the night elf that's been helping Pazik out, right? I was like you once, running around the pit area, helping with whatever works the mechanics would let me do. Now look at me, the Goblin Racing Team's pilot extraordinaire. Razorik's tweaking. Pazik's a great mechanic. I know that, but he's afraid to just load on the firepower and grab on for the ride. Not me, though. After Pazik finishes with a racer, I take a little time to put my own modification on. You know, loosening up the controls, removing parts of the frame, and adding more juice. I ordered a Sephorium booster from Shreve at the Gizmorium in Gejitsan, but apparently the Zeppelin it was being sent on crashed in Dustwallow Marsh. I gotta have it, Lunacy. I'm gonna guess he wants me to go to Dustwallow Marsh, which it looks like it. I guess I'm gonna take another trip back to Booty Bay. Try and get as much out of the way in Stranglethorn Vale as I can. And I'm just gonna fly right back up to the Barrens. Wait, I almost said I have to figure out how to get to Dustwallow Marsh when the time comes, but it looks like it's one of the trails off to the side of the Barrens. I don't know why, but I thought that the only trails off to the side were for Razor Fen Crawl and Razor Fen Down. I think the first thing I do is gonna be collect the flight paths, because that does look like quite a run through the Barrens. And then we're gonna have to wait for the boat to take us to Booty Bay. I've really been itching to level some ults. I want to play different classes before Wrath changes to Kata. I've been craving playing Resto Shaman, a Disc Priest. I know once Kata comes, I'll want to play Warrior Tank. I know I want to start mount farming on this character too, but there are other things that kind of take priority over that. She also needs some work on her reputations too. I mean, I guess questing does kind of help with that. But there are some that don't come from questing, like the Bloodsail Buccaneers. I'm not sure if I want to get my insane title on my classic as well. It took me a pretty long time to focus on completing it on my main, and that was with a lot of help from my rogue as well, getting the lock boxes for the Ravenhold reputation. We shall see, though. Oh, here he is. You want to know about Naz Steamboil? He's a racer pilot out in the Shimmering Flats, isn't he? Yeah, I might be able to find something out about him, but it won't be easy or fast. Dream dust in the swamp. Getting the information on Naz is quite a favor, Lunacy. Yes, quite a favor. But you've come all this way from Shimmering Flats to get it. Are you willing to travel some more? While I contact my sources, why don't you gather something for me, eh? What will it be? How about dream dust from the dragon whelps of the Swamp of Sorrows? Yes, I'd love some dream dust for my snuff pouch. Get it for me, Lunacy, and I'll give you the information you seek. Boy, they really are sending me everywhere. Swamp of Sorrows. I have to remember how to get there. Did I pick up the flight path to the Swamp of Sorrows? Because if I did, it would be great. I did not. But I want to say the blasted land. Yeah, the blasted land will take me pretty close. Was there a flight path in Wrath of the Lich King? There was not. That's probably why I don't have one. We don't get that until Cataclysm, apparently. But I think that means that we don't really have any quests over there tempting to be picked up either. The flight path may take it a little bit here. I think it has to go kind of up and around for the Alliance. Or are these little houses? No, they're gonna be inns. It's just all stacked on top of each other. I can't remember if there are really any quests in Deadwood Wind Pass I almost said Cataclysm, in Wrath of the Lich King. I feel like if there are, I think it's just to get, what's the word? I'm drawing a blank. Like to get the key to Karazhan. Yeah, I can't think of the word. Attuned. That's the word. I think that's the only quest I remember being in Deadwind Pass. Which I do plan on still doing those types of quests in these videos. I should be able to just cut across here. Yep, and then we'll head right into Swamp of Sorrows and start hunting some whelplings, I think he said. I don't really want to head right into an opposing faction's city. So I'm going to skirt around the edge here. And I should see them any second. Here we go. They aren't exactly what I was expecting, but that's okay. As long as there are plenty of them. I even get a rare one. None of them seem to be dropping the speck of dream dust. There we go. So maybe it's a good thing that there are quite a few of them. I feel like I remember there being some kind of flying dragon, and I can't remember what level I was at the last time I tried fighting him. I remember I had to disengage from the fight because I wasn't able to pump out enough DPS. These ones seem a little less armored. Maybe they're spellcasting dragonkins. We're getting there, 6 out of 10. I think I pretty much just have to follow the edge of the lake. Which would make sense. Pretty sure it's all of these guys in Sunken Temple, which is in the middle of the lake. I do somewhat wish, you know, it was 100% drop rate. But I don't have any control over it. Oh hey, there's that rare spawn. Or not rare spawn, but it's an elite. Which I assume I can take on now, being a level 80. Ah, that might have something to do with it because it was immune to nature damage. And he doesn't drop a whole lot. Just some silver. Alright. Back to Booty Bay. Have to make sure that I don't run into the Horde City. I don't imagine they'll aggro from too close. Considering I'm max level, they should probably leave me alone. I don't like that they have little explorers and scouts, though, that wander around, just trying to flag you for PvP. Aw, a ghost. And he still shows up to work, just like Professor Binns in Harry Potter. That's dedication. I think I'm gonna turn it back in Booty Bay, and then probably end the video. Since I am almost at an hour long. I did see request over here somewhere. So I am at some point gonna have to come back and investigate that. I'm trying to save Duskwood for one of the last zones that I do, just because it's always like one of my favorite zones in Classic. Probably pretty close with like Teldrassil and Ashenvale. I do like the Night Elf zones quite a bit, but Duskwood is pretty good too, considering it's just like a Halloween theme pretty much. I may do this one pretty soon, just because it looks like it's going to bring me back to Ashenvale. Oh, and that one is in Menethil. I feel like there are quests that kind of get you started in those zones, though. That's the only reason I've been hesitant to go and follow up on those ones. I'm trying to kind of stick to a path, but I do get, close to filling up my quest log, which of course would cause problems. Back so soon. Do you have my dream dust? Well, look at that. You found the dream dust. And how did you like the swamp lunacy? It's not easy to get a hot meal there, is it? Krazik snorts a speck of dream dust up his nose. Krazik is dazed. Achoo! Achoo! Wow, lunacy. That dream dust is powerful stuff. What the heck? Did he just do cocaine? Rumors for Cravel. I had to use some of my favors and gave away a rare bottle of elven wine and did some heavy deducing myself, but I found the information you seek. Here, I wrote a letter with some very interesting bits on our friend Naz Steamboil. Do with it what you will. It's too dangerous for me to use. Just don't tell anyone where you got it. We, of course, are gonna read it. The goblin Naz Steamboil is really the son of a goblin merchant prince. Which prince? The prince? Sorry. The price of that information is high. It seems he much rather enjoys spending the money his family makes than he does earning it himself. So he stole a small fortune from his family's hoard and is now hiding in the Shimmering Flats. If his father knew where he was, he'd be sure to seek him out and drag him back home, minus a toe for his insolence. That's the whole thing. Alright, so I'm gonna end the video here. I'll be picking up the next video over in the Shimmering Flats here. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like or subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you all have a good night and sweet dreams. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.